morning and welcome to Let's Get Physical with me, Naomi Lai. Are y'all excited to be here? Me too, folks, me too. This morning, we'll be making some delicious breakfast smoothies and hearing more from our favourite sponsor, Fit Now. Fit Now provide top quality exercise equipment, perfect for losing weight and toning your body. But enough of Fit Now for now. I'd like to introduce our guest for this morning, nutritional expert, Bertha Norden. Great to have you on the show again, Bertha.
Always a pleasure to be here.
I understand we're making some delicious breakfast smoothies this morning, is that correct?
That's correct. It looks like you've got everything set up for me.
Well, I know how you like your raw and organic food, so I went down to the market and had some fun shopping, trying to think like you think. I thought to myself, now what here is expensive, imported, fat-free and tastes god-awful?
I guess that's why we've got falafels.
Exactly.
Well, Naomi, I'm not too sure how we're going to make this work in a smoothie.
I figure you're the expert.
I'm an expert, not a magician. Now, when making smoothies, I always like to start with a vegetable base, just to make sure we've got plenty of fibre in there. These uncooked Brussels sprouts should do the trick.
You know what goes great with Brussels sprouts? Soy sauce.
You're going to be drinking this, Naomi.
You say so.
Now, Brussels sprouts are mostly water, so I'm going to add some carrots to the mix. The woody texture is going to fill it out and make it thick. Plus, carrots are sweet. A welcome addition to anything, really.
I think this will really add flavour to the drink.
What was that?
Rabbit.
Perfect. Let's add some fruit.
That's right. Got our 2 vegetables. Now we need 5 fruit.
Actually, it's vice versa, but whatever you say.
Oh, frozen bananas. Family favourite. Have you ever heard the story of when I went to the Big Banana in Coffs Harbour?
No, I always thought the big bananas came to you.
Oh, I assure you.
Next up, passion fruit. Because the seeds are slippery and awkward, like Naomi. Would you like to add some raspberries for me?
Sure.
Now, next up is star fruit or carambola. I like to use it as much as possible in my cooking. It's a great way to support Australian farmers, or Filipino ones, depending on where you shop.
Wow, that is wacky.
There's nothing wacky about supporting primary industry.
Do you think it needs a little extra something? Macadamias, falafels, blood?
No, the final ingredient is just a shit ton of pineapple juice. The tarty flavour will really suit you.
Listen, bitch, I've had a gutful. This is my show, my segment. I own 12% of the shares. You're nothing. I'm studying food for crying out loud. And if you think you can just waltz in here and talk to me like I'm the nobody and expect to get away with it, you've got another thing coming. You are going to drink this thing if it kills you, and I am going to love it.
Well, this looks ready. Time to have a taste.
Bottoms up.
I may have the best job in the world.
Thanks so much for joining us today, Bertha. And now for something I prepared earlier. Here's a word from our sponsor. Do you feel bad about your body? Do you stare at yourself in the mirror late at night and see the kilos piling on? Would you like to get fit, hot and sexy all at the same time? Well, look no further. The solution is here. Let me introduce you to the Fit Now range. Are you on the edge of your seat? Because your whole life is about to change. Take a look at this woman. Her legs are raging with power. Her heart rate's at 100 and something. She's fit, she looks great. Would you have been able to do this 6 months ago, Cassie?
No way.
Can we show the folks at home what you look like before Fit Now?
Sure.
That was me 6 months ago. All I would eat for breakfast, lunch and dinner was McDonald's. But since Fit Now came into my life, I haven't looked back. I've used the Stairway to Heaven for 6 hours every day, and the results have been to die for.
That's amazing. Almost incredible. The Fit Now Stairway to Heaven can be yours for just $39.99 a month. Let's step it up a notch. What's your name?
Rob.
And what's the stitch with this one, Bob?
Well, Natalie.
It's Naomi.
It's Rob. I've told you a million times. Look, this is the Fit Now Heated Up. It's worth $600. It's going for $25 a month for 12 months, which works out to be half price. You know, this whole show is just one big advertisement. And you're terrible at what you do. As a matter of fact, this whole industry is terrible.
So
You idiots
much, Rob.
own one
I
of
think
these
it's time we
at
talk to
home.
someone
Do you wanna
else.
go for a run?
Thank
Yeah,
you. Thank you. Next up, the sit-up enhancer. The only way to watch TV. Honey, what's your name?
Carlos.
Well, aren't you delectable? You can stay back after this. Tell me, young man, how has Fit Now changed your life?
It hasn't really. I've always looked like this.
Well, the people at home don't need to know that. Come now, you must have been unattractive at some point.
When I was born, they said I was pretty heavy. And I looked blotchy.
That's tragic. That's really moving. And now you're
I look amazing.
the most attractive person I've seen today. You reckon I could join you there?
On national television?
Sure, why not? Welcome back to Let's Get Physical with me, Naomi Lai. I've got Cassie in the studio to tell us a little more about how Fit Now changed her life. First of all, how are you feeling, Cassie?
I am feeling so great, and I am so excited to be here. I mean, I've watched your show since it first began, and now I get to thank you for my transformation.
Oh, shucks. Don't thank me. This is something you did for yourself.
You're right, actually. If I hadn't have wanted the results and I hadn't have been motivated enough to do it, I'd still be on the couch at home instead of on the couch here with you.
That's true. What was your life like before your weight loss experience?
Oh no, mate, it was terrible. I weighed 190 kilos.
Oh my goodness.
I know. Most days I just couldn't get up because of the pain that it caused in my back. And then my kids would come in, they'd want me to come play soccer with them and their father, and I couldn't. I just didn't have it in me. So I needed a solution. I needed one fast because my family needed me to be healthy.
So Fit Now was the solution.
It was my stairway to heaven.
Now, why did the Stairway to Heaven work so well for you compared to other exercise routines?
I think it was just convenient. Like, I tried running groups and I tried going to the gym, but you know, if you're not a morning person and you're not terribly social, it's really hard to stay motivated. With the Stairway to Heaven, I could just throw it down in front of the TV, jump on and say, I'm not going to stop until I hit the next commercial of the Days of Our Lives.
You know it's just Days of Our Lives, right? There's no the.
Yeah. Yeah, I needed a stepping stone to sort of step forward in my regaining health. It was my Stairway to Heaven was my stepping stone.
Wow, Cassie. You're such an inspiration. You've achieved so much at your age. Is there anything you'd like to tell the people at home who are living in lazy, sickening circumstances like you were?
Well, I guess with any sort of goal, it's all the same. You've just got to be motivated enough to do it. You've got to dream it and believe it, and you've got to plan it out. You've got to find a method that's going to work for you. For me, the Stairway to Heaven was my method. It worked, and I'd recommend it just to anybody.
Well, thanks for coming in today. This has just been a joy.
Thank you for having me.
Well, that's all we have time for today, folks. Tune in next week for another slice of Let's Get Physical with me, Naomi Lai. See you next time.